Hello, hello.
Hey.
I was adjusting my. That's
Adjusting your mic?
3, 2. We did get that.
Oh, well, we're just
on
going
one.
for it.
On one, Nick. 3, 2, on one.
Well, no, the one has to be silent so they don't hear it. I unmute everything on one.
See? Good.
Yeah.
But so when we discuss it,
It's kinda like
kinda
rock, paper,
it
scissors.
blew the whole point, right?
Do you
I'm not
go-
saying-
Yeah. But they know. I mean, that's like.
I know. Yeah. Do you go?
3, 2.
2, 1 is silent.
One is silent.
One
We
is
all
silent.
in our head.
Mm-hmm.
Say one and then
So
go.
we have to get. We're not up on all that yet.
We're
We're
not
getting
yet.
better.
Hey.
We're getting better.
So what's going on? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It
Not
has
much.
been a minute.
Yeah.
I was gone and you were gone.
gone.
Well, we had you on though. We were on.
I was on
That was the last one we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
when I was in Atlanta. That was a couple weeks ago, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You weren't in.
And then I was in Seattle, and we
yeah.
didn't do one, right?
No.
That was awesome.
You were.
Seattle was awesome.
because you were in the plane, and then Devin was in
Where were you?
Daytona Beach.
Daytona.
the spring break.
No, not yet.
I guess it would be.
It's October.
No, it's like
September.
old people time there because
Is
everyone's
it?
back in school.
Now,
So
what does
like,
that
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, everyone there. Like, I was nervous seeing people getting out of the pool. Like
Really?
that. It was like there was no young people there.
Yeah.
Because it was like middle of the week.
Right.
Everyone's back in school. It was fun.
Yeah. I've never been to the beach in Daytona, actually. You have. Have you been there? We have a good friend that lives in Daytona. I've been to her house.
Spring
And,
break.
you don't remember that.
I do remember. It's actually a really good time. It was we drove from St. Pete
Over to Daytona?
over to Daytona,
Okay.
and it was when I was with Rico, Gus,
This is like early 90s.
early '90s. It was
Mm-hmm.
Rico, Eddie, and one other guy, Clarence. I was like, Clarence. So we had 3 guys. So they were my good friends, and I remember because it was like we went to Grandpa's. So
Yeah,
we're,
that
we're
was
in,
so-
we're in St. Pete's at a KOA, and it's me and my brother, 3 other guys,
Okay.
and the other guys are black guys, some of my best friends, and it's in this KOA place, and we went up to play pool, and
It wasn't at the place they lived?
it was a KOA. Yeah, right. It was a place they lived. It wasn't KOA, but it was like a.
Yeah. It's like a retirement place
And
in
so-
St. Pete's.
We show up, and the first day we get there, we drove there from Ohio. We drive, and we get there early in the morning, been up all night, and then Grandpa's taking us down to the beach, St. Petersburg Beach, and he cracks a beer, like in the van.
Your grandfather?
Oh yeah, and he was there like, can we drink? He goes, what do you say? It's like it's 12 o'clock somewhere. What kind of spring break you guys on? And they're like, oh, that was the coolest thing. Then they're playing
He was
pool,
probably
and
80 years old then.
oh yeah, they go
That's
down
so
and they play
funny.
pool at the place, and they're out there playing. These guys come in, and they were racist guys, and they kind of tried to kick them out.
Yeah?
And Grandpa, I thought he was gonna kill him.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, he was so mad at these guys. He's like, these are my grandsons. They're playing anywhere they want to play. It was
Yeah.
awesome. And then we drove to St. Pete.
To Daytona.
Daytona with no room, and we get there, we find Aaron, and we end up a buddy of mine. We ended up staying. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's
Probably different than your. We slept on the floors, and we weren't. Yeah,
Oh no, we were in like a condo. It was nice.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's really different than it used to be. My great grandfather owned a gas station on turn 3 of the
Really?
Daytona 300 track that was on the beach.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
gosh. That's
Um,
cool.
But the beach used to be long, like huge,
Yeah.
and now it's like there's no beach
Is
anymore.
that from just
The hurricane,
weather and,
like,
yeah.
I
right,
think the beach
erosion.
is just eroded.
Dang,
but, like,
that's sad.
Even at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the whole beach is wet still.
Really?
Yeah, there's no dry parts. I think there's some like down from where we were that was
Yeah.
had a little bit more, but like you can't drive on the beach anymore.
doesn't Tommy G have a club there in Daytona? Doesn't he?
Jen has a club in Daytona.
Oh, Jen does. Okay, yeah.
But it's crazy. My dad said he doesn't even want to go back because he went every year until he was 18 every summer
Yeah.
with his
it's
family,
just
and it's
changed
just
so
probably
much.
there was people on the streets like tweaking at 1 a.m. right in front of the building there, and we were right on the A1A.
Yeah.
Like we were right there, and it was wild.
Isn't it in the Vanilla Ice song?
Oh my
A1A.
gosh.
Yeah, I think an
Yes.
Eminem song too.
Yes.
It is.
It is.
That's funny. I didn't know that. All right.
You're old.
There you
That's
go.
what that says.
That I know of Vanilla Ice.
That you know the lyrics to the Vanilla Ice songs.
Isn't Vanilla Ice? He's relevant now, isn't he?
I don't think so, honey. Mm-mm.
No.
No,
Devin
he's
says
not
no.
relevant.
Right.
Neither am
Eminem is
I.
relevant.
Hey, I got-
Eminem is relevant.
Okay, here's something new for me.
What?
I'm getting the terms down. I am cool. I am relevant.
Yeah, he gets all his updates from the or from the freshman boys when he does
All
football
right.
pickup. Mm-hmm.
So, that shirt. Oh, that is a drip shirt. You're looking drip.
That's not.
Yeah, you're drip. You're dripping, John.
I don't know how,
It's the old Cleveland Brown shirt. That's drip.
but I don't think that's what it means.
Yes,
does it?
yes,
Yeah,
it's looking
it
good.
is,
Drip
but
is
the
like
context is a
you
little-
got drip.
Yeah.
Like that's drip. Do I look drip?
I usually say like drip or drown, and we're surfing.
I don't know what that means.
And that might.
I'm really
yeah.
lost right now. what
See?
does that mean?
You learned
My
one
drip-
word and
so
you're
drip-
trying to run with it.
So, drip, which is like
Style.
Style.
or drown. So like,
Not good.
are you dripping or drowning? No, I'm
Okay.
surfing.
Okay.
So like,
Wow, I'm
like,
learning.
I'm.
Oh, so you're above drip.
Above it all. Oh. You're going to have to pull that one on.
Okay.
They might. They. I don't know because that was stuff I said in high school. So that's probably outdated now.
Yeah.
That's
You have
stuff
to bring
changes
it back.
quick.
It does
But
change
but it
quick.
did. They do say that. But I saw somebody talking about
Yeah.
Shador Sanders.
Okay.
How drip he was. Like he's got the drip. Because he'd
Yeah.
wear like one sleeve, then he'd have this. And
Yeah.
It's like, and it says dope drip. Dope drip.
Dope drip.
I know that. I know Riz.
Riz, yeah, that's more I think what kids use now. Or
Yeah.
Aura. Have you heard Aura?
I haven't heard of that one
No.
yet.
What's
They
that?
got
like-
that's Aura porn. Aura points.
Aura points. Oh, that's like,
That's like you're
good.
cool.
They're
Drip.
cool. Super cool. I know. Yeah. I don't try and keep up with the high
There's
school,
some weird
middle school
ones, like-
language.
Phantom tax.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that means. Or the
Yeah, I don't. I'm not. But I'm good with the drip. It took me a while to get it because one of his buddies is like, Dr. Nick, I look drip. I'm like,
I don't know what you're
I
asking
don't know
me.
what you mean?
Yeah.
Just look at me. I look drip. So he helps me. Landon,
I don't. I'm gonna
Landon's
be honest.
Landon's my guy. He
I'm
helps.
out on this because that does not sound right to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the right context of that word. Maybe that's how.
That's how they're using it. That's how we use it now.
That's
Oh,
how
okay.
we.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
So
Yeah, he gets a little lesson.
Yeah, we need a weekly
up.
update on the new terminology
Yes.
the kids are using from
Yes.
Dr. Nick.
yeah,
Right. There
that's
you
good.
go.
Okay, that'd be my assignment.
Yeah.
The assignment. You have to work on Landon.
get
to
another-
give
I have to
you-
get another word,
Landon's
okay.
got to give you the.
Yeah, I need another word.
Our son Dante doesn't.
He doesn't
ever
like
give anything because he's like, I don't want you talking like that. Just please don't. Please. Don't
Every
say
time I
that.
say, he's like, please stop talking. Please.
Yeah.
Don't talk
Yeah.
anymore. Don't. Like I'd be in the car, like, hey, what do you think? And he'd be like, Dad, stop,
Yeah. Stop talking.
please.
Please don't say that again.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it in front of anybody ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, Landon likes it.
I don't know if Landon likes it. Landon likes egging you on.
I love Landon. He's my man.
I
So,
know.
what else we got going on before we get into?
Were you at the Browns game this weekend?
No.
No,
No.
I didn't watch.
We get to show him our new feature.
Oh.
We have a new feature. I don't
Okay,
know about
wait.
the new
This
feature.
is the first time he's ever been seen.
Oh, really? Okay, so this is a big deal.
This is we're getting.
I don't even know what it is, so I'm
never-
excited. I
never
missed
been
the
seen
memo.
Before. Here it goes. Get to see who does.
Oh my gosh! Yay!
We're all there.
We're all there. This is cool.
Yeah. So
Got your own camera. I love this.
yeah, he was feeling left out.
It's funny. Well, I get a lot of questions like, "Who is the guy you guys talk to? Who is he? Who is he?"
Mysterious.
Yeah, I love it. This is great.
I've been telling people you're AI and you're not even in here.
Hey. Okay, I did a thumbs up.
Right.
Look at
Oh,
it.
look at that.
I
Look
did,
at
I did a
that.
thumbs up in it.
And it actually
How
like
come I don't get one?
you're too far away, maybe.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah. It's like a different thing.
Oh,
This
it's
is all
iPhone.
new.
It's because of his iPhone.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have a different camera.
That's good.
All right, right.
Well, that's enough. That's enough.
I love it.
We're
That's
out.
good. That's
We're
good.
out. That was fun.
I love it.
This is good.
So you went to Seattle. Tell us about Seattle.
Seattle was amazing. I had never been there before. I literally had wanted to go there since 1996. I was actually 1996. I was on a trip there driving, and with one of my friends, and we totaled the car in Rapid City, South Dakota, and had to fly home. So we never made it to Seattle.
She
And
still has glass coming out of her head.
I That is, yeah. I don't know if it's ever coming out, but it's still there. I
Oh,
can
really?
still feel the, yeah. I
We
can
met
still feel.
shortly after that,
We met shortly after that. We met like in December.
where
of
she
that
fell
year.
in love with me.
Yeah. Two crashes
Yeah.
right after one another, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was good, Devin. That was good.
Hey, we're refreshed. I
good.
woke up this morning, I'm ready.
to
He's
roll.
on. He's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. 2 crashes in.
Yeah. So I literally never got back there, but at a family wedding in Bellingham, which
We
is
talked
north.
about it. Just always seemed like
We never went.
Never fit.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a long way, but it's worth it. It's so beautiful. It's just really beautiful.
Did you guys drive down? You didn't drive. Did you drive like on the river?
No,
So I drove from Walla Walla to.
no, you're in a totally different part of the
Where did I
country.
go? Where am I? Where's I at?
Well, like
I was at Walla Walla.
So
Then it went. No, we went to Washington. We went to.
Oregon. Yeah, you're in a totally different part of the state.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, was it close to Seattle?
No, you are not close to Seattle.
Sorry. Then,
If,
then
like-
take away my comment because where I drove, it was like along some river.
Yeah, and you saw the
Just
big
awesome.
huge waterfall.
What
yeah,
a-
no,
I mean,
we were
really?
in a different
I thought
area.
it was really close.
Was Seattle like east?
Seattle is west, but it's not on the coast. It so it's almost the northern. I mean, from Ohio, it's like the northwesternmost point, but it's not actually on the end. So, and it's not on the coast. So but there's lots of lakes and rivers and inland water, and so we stayed right on the water. It was beautiful. But then you can see the mountains, and then there's the city, like skyline. There was lots of outdoor things to do, lots of hiking, lots of walking. We rented e-bikes.
You did an e-bike?
I did an e-bike.
I'm seeing so many people use e-bikes and they're sweating. I don't get it.
They're sweating?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't sweating, but I did almost crash within the first 3 minutes. And then
It's a moped, right?
no, you just when you pedal it like assists. But then there was a button that you could like get extra help on. And so I got on the e-bike and I pedaled, and it takes you it's like a little zoom at first, which is doesn't happen on a normal bike. So it takes a little bit to get used to that like initial like woof. And then we were going up a hill, and all of a sudden, I don't know why, like I couldn't pedal. It like the pedals wouldn't move. And it wasn't like a major hill, so I thought I would use the little zoom assist, the little turn it on assist for the electric part. So I pushed it and it nothing happened. Then I pushed it and it didn't happen, but it wouldn't let me pedal. And I was like, well, I have to put my feet down because I'm going to fall over.
Then it started.
And then it started. So I almost crashed into a pole within the first 3 minutes, but then I figured it out, and it was actually really fun. You're able to go like a really long way.
Yeah.
And I pedaled the whole time, but I wasn't sweating. It wasn't like a workout.
I'm just seeing a lot of people like that. They use it as exercise.
Yeah. Well, you got to think like
Is it
riding a
extra-
bike is not fun. The
Yeah.
parts that aren't fun is when you have to go up hills.
Right.
And I
You
think
just-
I've heard that it's like a really good way to like you're gonna end up going so much farther
Right.
if you have the assists on the parts you hate. Then
Yeah.
like if I go ride my bike and I hit that first hill, I'm done. Like I'm out of gas. But
How
then I
about
can
how
go
about we work
farther.
through the toughness?
There's nothing wrong with a little help. It was fun. We rode a long time. It was flat though where we were because we were right along the water, but it was really, really pretty.
So you did a ton
I
of
did
stuff.
an
yeah.
e-bike. We went up on a ginormous
You did
Ferris wheel.
Pike's fish market, right?
Went to the fish market, which was awesome.
Did they throw any fish?
Of course. Yeah. Only when you buy it though.
Did they drop any?
No, they never drop.
Wait, they
Hold on a
throw
minute.
it.
Yeah, they throw it. So
You ever
there's
seen it?
oh, it's so cool. So it's called Pike's Place Market, which is it's a huge market. I mean, you can buy anything there. You can buy fish, you can buy crafts, you can buy the most beautiful flowers. We actually bought flowers and just put them in our hotel room because they were so pretty. Yeah, they were awesome. And all kinds of stuff. That on the lower levels, there's like comic book stores and vinyl record stores and like a crystal shop and all. I mean,
Did
any.
you get a crystal?
No, I didn't. I should have. What else was there? There was. Oh my gosh, there was a whole store. It was closed when we were there, but a whole store of Matchbox cars.
Oh, that's pretty
Like
cool.
it was really eclectic, but it was super cool.
Did you see a Voodoo Donuts out there?
I did not see a Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo Donuts is great, but so pike. So the fish
the
thing.
fish-
There's a thing called fish.
It's just called
fish
fish.
tails. Is it
Just called fish, I think.
It's a personal development. So this Pike's Fish Market was been around forever, and the story is that it sucked because you're cold, you're sitting in, you're selling
Like working there is not a great job.
You get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you get the stuff ready for the market, you put it out there. You know, it's you're in fish all day. It smells. It's all. So a couple of guys started getting together. They're like, you know what? If it's gonna suck this bad, we're gonna have fun. So they started throwing the fish at each other, goofing around, just more of just like
Yeah.
passing the time. And then making the fish talk, and they would do like this. I don't know if they did that at all, but doing dumb stuff like that. And all of a sudden, they started being happy at their job, which increased sales,
Yeah.
which then turned it into what it is now.
Yeah.
That it's
That's
a tourist. Yeah.
It's on the main level, and it's literally like, it's not huge because it's just an outdoor market, but they have all like whole fish packed in ice that are just all laying there. And there's people, the workers are out there in their like coveralls. And they're just talking to the customers, they're having fun. And people will say like, hey, can you throw fish? Can you? And they're always like, oh, if you buy one, I can. I don't, like the entertainment doesn't pay my bills. And they're just
Right,
like really
that's
funny
awesome.
about it. And then, so if you buy a fish, then there's some little chant they do, and then everyone else chants. And then, so it would be like, I mean, it's pretty far. They have this whole salmon or a whole halibut, and then they toss it, and the guy behind the counter catches it, and they're joking back and forth. And yeah, it's really fun. It's really cool.
So they took her cousin who went, and she ended up buying.
She had ended up buying some fish. Well, she didn't even like fish, which was funny, but she wanted the show, and nobody was buying. So she's like, heck, I'll buy it. And then she had no idea because she doesn't ever like buy fish ever.
And you're buying the whole fish.
You're buying the whole
You don't buy
fish.
like a fillet.
No, you buy the whole. Well, I think you can say, I don't know. Well, she went up there and the guy with the clipboard, and she's like, well, I'll have the halibut, and then I'll have the salmon, and then I'll have, there was one other thing on there. She had 3 things, a tuna. So a tuna, a halibut, and a salmon. And so he writes it all up, and then she walks up to pay, and I go up there with her, and he goes, that'll be like $898. She goes, wait, what? Excuse me? And he said, yeah, it's so many pounds of salmon, so many pounds of halibut, so many pounds of tuna, $898. And she was like, whoa, hold up. I didn't realize I was like
Buying that.
I didn't realize I was signing up for $1,000 of fish.
Yeah.
So they just adjusted it, and then they ship it, they overnight it anywhere in the U.S. So she got home on Monday. They had fish delivered on Tuesday, and yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
cool. Yeah, super cool. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, while she was there, I married my cousin,
Yes,
another wedding. Did you know that? I'm an officiant.
I didn't.
he is an officiant.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that your 4th? I think that's your 4th.
No, I think it's more than that. So both the girls, Ryan, Vera, Steffi.
Oh yeah,
Then I turned 2 down
for scheduling
for
reasons.
scheduling. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
So that's your 5th wedding.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I'm like, you want to pick the most holy person, and I don't understand why you pick me.
See, I
You're
feel
a
like
good person.
Yeah, I feel like I would want someone that like I wouldn't want someone that would stress me out.
Yeah.
I
feel like there's nothing I could do like you could roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And like
No matter
there'd
what
be no
happens.
judgment. There's some people I'm like if I screw this up, they're like, what are you? I don't know. I want it to be no.
It was good. These guys were great because they were like that. They were like very like bare minimum. Like I said, you want a prayer? Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Do you want
Whatever you
somebody else to read? Nope. How fast can you get it done? It's gonna be hot out there. We don't want people. Good. Okay. Do you want to walk down? Yeah. Then they had the first one I ever did. I was stressed. So the first one I ever did was her sister, and it's in Georgetown. It's
The one you did, the most recent one, sister, not my
Yeah.
sister.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, but her sister, yeah. And so my cousin, and it was, it's a 3-hour drive, you know what I mean? And first one I ever did. So I have to go get my license. I don't know what I'm doing. And then, I show up, and really I was like the main dude. So I had to organize everybody, get them in line. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I had to like how they walk down, how it looks, because the DJ shows up
Late.
was the DJ did the cupcakes and the cake or whatever. So you don't get there at the 15 minutes or so before the wedding.
Jeez.
So they're
It
trying to
was a
do
little
that. They're trying to
stressful.
do the equipment. So the mics didn't work. They were cracking and it ended up. This didn't work either because the line of sight. You'd understand it. It was like the wireless mic. It just wasn't. Everybody's on their phones, and it was the wireless just didn't work. It was too far away, and so it cracked. So we just turned it off. The girl was great because she lined everybody up. The DJ did this.
This
though. She,
time was
this
way
time she
better.
lined everybody up. I didn't do any of that. I literally showed up, and that was it. And then I just did I had to talk loud because
Yeah.
the microphone didn't work, but they had me mic'd up for the videography. But it was good. It was fun.
That's good.
That's something that really stresses me out because like I could DJ weddings, but the fear is too much. Because it's their like day,
Yeah.
and like that's the thing, you don't know what you're walking into. Like I would have no idea how to set people up. I'd have no
Right.
idea.
Right.
Yeah, but this lady's done
Josh
it for a
Aaron
while.
says you love talking.
That is true.
That is the easy part for him, right, Josh?
Yeah,
It's definitely the easy part.
it was good. I did a little, and I'm telling you what, it's so much easier to chat GDP now. I'll say that.
You would use Chat GPT to help your
Yeah.
service? Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing that it does. It takes away so much more research.
Yeah.
Like I could say, like I just said, like okay, research, like wedding lessons. This is what I want to kind of talk about.
Yeah.
Like, and it was about like a foundation.
Yeah.
So I said research. I want a parable with the foundation with a
And it just
biblical reference.
Finds it for you.
Yes, and it gave me okay. Here's 3 options.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the first 2 I didn't like, and I was like, well, yeah. How about another one? And you're like, and now it's like I just showed her. Like I have my chat. You can talk. You seen that? You can talk to it, and it
Yeah.
talks back to you.
Yeah.
Mine won't do it. I don't know. Mine won't do it.
This thing is awesome because it's like
It's like having a conversation.
it's
He
like,
was
yeah,
doing it the
Nick,
other day.
I think we're onto something right here, and you know,
Yeah.
it throws ums in there, like
Yeah.
it's
Crazy.
Like, why is
like-
it saying Because it ain't thinking, but it's great. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy,
Yeah.
and
It was wild. I had never seen that before, and
It's
I
some-
can't get my phone to do it.
it's some Terminator stuff.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think it's awesome.
I mean, it just
I
really
do think
thinks.
it's cool.
It's really
So
cool.
we called him Chatty. My sister Chat GPT'd our entire agenda in Seattle. So she was like, "Hey, I'm going to Seattle for 2 days. This is what time we arrive. This is what time we leave. What are the most important things we need to see?" And it did it, and then put it like, "Okay, in the afternoon do this, in the morning do this." Like it was like our travel agent.
It's awesome.
For the
because I feel like that was the problem with Google. Like you could search like I'm having this issue,
yeah,
and you would never. It couldn't figure it out. It didn't
Right.
know what you needed.
yeah.
But like I feel like every question I ask ChatGPT, it's like able to find what I'd like.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, because it's search. Yeah, I don't know how it all works, but it's pretty. I think I think the thing I don't like about it is they're sucking us into it, and then what's going to be? They're going to bang the crap out of you. You're going to need it, and they're going to pull the rug out and say, "Okay, great,
Pay
it's
for
now
it.
$9.95 a month, or $200 a month
yeah.
to have these features."
Well, I know with the new iPhones that just came out, they like integrated. It's called Apple Intelligence.
Oh,
But,
really?
so with my phone, if I get like 3 notifications, like text messages, it'll summarize what those text messages say.
Really?
Like it was funny. I wasn't feeling good at work the one day, and Olivia sent me like, "Oh, like I hope you feel better. Try this."
Yeah.
And it literally said, "Words of encouragement and recommends you drink water."
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
it's like-
summarized.
That's
or,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of scary. It's reading all my text messages, but like,
Right.
also that's pretty cool. Like that's just like a cool feature.
Yeah,
That is Apple Intelligence AI.
I think it's all.
I know, but
the
I'm saying, but like
ChatGPT.
Apple's good at that kind of
Yeah,
stuff,
oh, yeah.
right? Apple Intelligence.
I saw something where, who was it? Steve Jobs stole something from Xerox, whatever they were doing.
Okay.
And then Bill Gates stole something from Jobs, from Apple, right? And Jobs got mad at him and saying, "Hey, you took that from us." But actually, it was what he took from Xerox.
Somebody else. Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah," he goes, "Yeah, I understand. You came into the house to steal my TV, but you already took it. Yeah, I mean, it was a TV that you stole." Something
Yeah.
like basically saying,
Yeah.
like Gates was like, "Yeah,
Right.
you already stole the TV. I took your TV that you stole, and you're complaining about the TV that I
Right.
took."
Right.
Yeah. So, but all right. Other than that, anything else going on?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Been good. We got a good topic.
Let's hear your topic, Nick.
Obesity.
Nick's the topic creator.
Well, this one's been coming up a lot. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
this is easy for us to talk about because it has come up a lot and it comes up all the time.
It's kind of what we
What
do.
we do, yeah.
And what we've done for 20-something years.
Yeah,
But it's recently came up into a chat we're in with some leadership in America, and just that obesity rate, just like of where people are, and you just looking around, and it's not getting any better.
it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Well, I think statistically, like last month for the first time in maybe 15 years, something like that, it actually dropped a tiny bit, but like less than 1%. But that's the first time it's actually gone the other way in a really long time. But overall, we're
That's
up.
interesting.
Obesity rates in America are up 10 to 15% on average in every state in the United States.
Right.
Which I'd be curious if like COVID had anything to do with that. Like some crazy.
Like
That
that
is-
brought it down.
Yeah, like I don't know, like maybe that little there's something else that like
Yeah.
aligns with that drop.
That drop, right? And I don't know.
I think it could be. I mean, I think you're on. I mean, I think that's something that people looked at their health more than they ever. I mean, than we ever seen that they were willing to look at what are they
Right.
eating, what are they doing.
Right.
Health became now it's starting to fade. We went through that. It's like I see it all the time. I've seen it for 30 years. People have a heart attack. People have a scare.
They buckle down for a little while.
They don't drink.
Yeah.
They don't smoke. They won't touch anything.
Yeah.
Because of the scare. Then all of a sudden the scare goes away.
Yeah.
And
They
then
don't
next
have
thing you know,
that
you see them,
looming
they're
threat.
right back to where they were. It's like, why
Yeah.
didn't you just modify?
You were on the right track. Yeah.
And it's not, I don't think I think that's a big issue of going hard that way. You know what I mean? Like if you go from eating fast food, eating bad, not exercising to like now you eat perfectly clean.
Right.
And you don't necessarily like it, and you're exercising every day that you don't really like.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
The
Right.
biggest way to make a sustainable change is habit change, behavior change. And that doesn't happen overnight. And it doesn't happen with a resolution or a goal or a target or a scare. It happens with the attitude of like, this is a long-term forever journey. It's not, there's no real end goal. Even if you're trying to lose weight, like if it's obesity is the issue, it's like obesity means an excessive amount of body fat most of the time. It's the goal is not to just lose the body fat. The goal is to lose it and maintain a healthy, active lifestyle after that, right? So it's not I think there's so many, the attitude a lot of times is like, I'm going to reach for a goal, one big, like, I made it goal, as opposed to just keep working on habits that create and support people who are not obese, right? Like the Atomic Habits book, it says every action you take every day is a vote for the person you want to be. So if you're eating fast food, that's a vote for, I'm probably on my way to obesity, or I'm going to maintain this obesity, or every salad you eat, or every 15-minute walk you take, your every action you take it's an easy way for me to think of it. It's like a vote for the person you want to be.
Right. And I think our biggest issue though is like there's so many factors working against us.
I agree, but let's walk through the ones that come to your head first. What factors are working against us? What do you mean, like Americans in general?
Because
so what's working against
So my
us?
belief is this: there's more money in sick care than there is health care.
Okay.
So we have a huge market, and unfortunately, people that they get benefit right from having sick people, pharmaceutical companies.
Okay.
Okay, the healthcare system. Okay, is all sick care. So like having healthy individuals, if everybody went and was like all of a sudden exercising, eating right, we would have less sickness
Right.
in our country. Okay, decreasing our sugar, and believe me, I'm a sugar freak. I get it.
Sugar freak.
I am a sugar freak.
Are you too?
No.
No, I'm not.
I wish
I'm
I
not
wasn't.
either.
I'm
He is for
I'm
sure.
working on it. I'm gonna.
Which is impressive, me getting over 300 pounds and not being a sugar person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I love sugar. It's addicting. It's like cocaine.
It is addicting.
It is like I mean, I eat it and I can. If I don't eat, but anyway, but I think those are so if you look at it, our food industry is not here to make us healthy.
Right. In general,
in
overall.
general, overall, our policies are, like you look at like laws and policies of what they do and like like what they allow,
Right.
like
Our FDA allows way more
than what.
additives and things than allowed even in Europe. Like, so there's way stricter and other places around the world. Europe is just the one that I hear and know of the most. So there's things that are allowed here, additives and preservatives and things that aren't healthy for us that are just FDA approved. FDA approved in the US, but they're not approved around the world and they're not necessarily healthy for us, but they're allowed to be in our food sources
Yes.
and our food system. Yeah.
And so I think those are just major factors where I think people think, hey, I am being healthy. Or they think they're being, in some ways, they think they're being healthy, but they get all this additive sugar. And then the problem is you're eating things that don't have sugar in them, that you don't think have sugar and that do have sugar in them. Then what happens is that sugar creates a whole craving in you.
Yeah.
It's because it's addictive.
Well,
and then next thing you know, you're craving all this other stuff that it's just a constant, it's hard to get out of a cycle unless you're strong. It's a tough cycle.
Well, I think so the overall food industry, the overall incentive for the sick care in the United States, but also just culturally, the convenience food, like the fast food market, the convenience stores, the processed food, it's quicker, it's easier for our busy lifestyle. So it's also a lot of individual people play into that.
Cheaper too.
Cheaper.
Because like if you were to go to a Whole Foods and really like, I'm gonna get the healthiest stuff, it's so expensive.
Yeah. So there's, yes, I agree with that. But there are ways to eat healthier on a budget for sure. And we don't even have a Whole Foods in Tiffin, so I don't even know.
But like I think it's a lot hard. Like it takes, and sometimes that's a barrier
takes
that
some work.
some people aren't able to get over.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with that.
But I'd argue this with you is you have a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can pay every 3,000 miles, pay for a tune-up, pay for change of oil,
Right.
okay? But you're like, wow, it's $80 for oil change now. So I don't change my oil. Eventually my car runs down and breaks down, so now your $20,000 car becomes nothing where you could have put an extra, $4,000 in it for 5 years and it'd be lasting longer, right? So actually eating better is cheaper in the long run.
That's hard for people to see. I think when you're making a decision on what to eat, I think it's harder to see the long-term benefits. And I think that's part of our culture is just instant gratification.
But it's more,
instant gratification.
It's more, it's like portion size. And now granted, I think because of the cost of food, portion size is actually
coming down.
Which may be getting back to what you're saying because of inflation. You're paying, like say your meat was, that's bad for a pound, but say your packaging, right? They're putting less in your packaging, they're keeping the cost the same, but they're making
Giving
more
you
money,
less.
giving you less. So you're not increasing your price.
Right.
Is another, so that may be, so you're eating less. It's kind of like, because if you eat a bag of chips and it has less chips in it,
You're eating less calories.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
but you're still eating a bag of chips
Yeah.
in your mind.
Wait, that's not a bad plan, actually.
But is that?
But that's
is that like a moral dilemma? Because
yeah. Right. It is a moral dilemma.
You're getting less and then that's
the
what
same
inflation
price.
is, and
Yeah.
Well, it's all about the same thing. It goes back to greed and making more money.
Yeah.
But that's the, a lot of the snacks now you can buy for more money. You can buy a bag of chips or you can buy the individual 100 calorie or 150 calorie ones so that it's pre-portioned for you.
Yeah.
Like there are some, but there's also.
But they're not doing it. I guess the problem is they're not doing it for health.
No, they're not doing it.
Yeah,
for health.
they're not.
They're doing it for
profit.
Profit.
And profit's not bad. I don't have a problem with profit. The problem is this: like people complain about the pharmaceutical industry, the food industry. We support it though.
Right.
Whereas we as individuals, we as a community, we as people can stop and say, you know what? I'm not taking that drug. I'm not taking that stuff.
Part of the obesity problem is not the fact that there's extra fat right now at this point, right? The obesity problem isn't like most people who are like the stats are I don't, impressive might be the wrong word, but they're enormous. The stats are growing at an enormous rate. It's crazy. But if you bring that down to each individual person, which is the only way to make a difference in the whole, is each person, there has to be like one by one by one, a person has to make a change. And
Yeah.
it's, the problem isn't necessarily right now I'm carrying too much extra weight or too much extra body fat. The problem is if I do that over time, I'm going to
Right.
probably have diabetes. I'm probably going to be at
Heart
risk
disease.
for heart disease. I'm going to be at risk for high blood pressure. I'm going to be at risk for
Cancer.
all kinds
All
of
of it, yeah.
things. It's there. Obesity is the number one thing linked to all these terrible things that nobody wants, but it's hard in our brains to make the change now to
Right. It's
for the
interesting.
long-term.
It's an interesting thing too, because it's also, it's like if you're an alcoholic, what's the first thing they tell you to do?
Stop it.
Oh,
I don't know. Stop.
No, this is a no.
What's the first thing?
I don't know.
Rehab.
Get a sponsor.
Admit it.
Oh, admit it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Like I am an alcoholic. You have to own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like that's
Take
I think-
responsibility for it.
And,
Yeah.
and like it's not about that's the other thing. So this is not a judgment or body shaming or anything that like
Yeah.
be comfortable in who you are, but like identifying and saying, hey, what can I do to be healthier?
Right.
You know what I mean? What can I do to get more muscle mass? Because sometimes it is a, you know, we talked about this, you know, your BMI and your stuff like that, because if you have a lot more muscle, you could have a better weight. And, you know what I mean? And some people struggle with it. I get it. Like
Well,
all the time. It's like, what are you putting in your body?
I would say some of these, some of the actual stats that, or the like the BMI scale is a fancy height and weight chart, and it's may or may not be accurate for a lot of people. Like athletes, people have a lot of muscle mass. They show up as obese. Now that's just a poor tool.
Right.
You know, it shouldn't make somebody who's ultra fit in the obesity category. But I don't think we have an excessive
No.
amount of athletes in the U.S. and that's why
Yeah.
that's why it's increasing. So, you know, like when I work with somebody, I don't even look at, okay, what should your ideal weight be? I don't really care about what the numbers say, what the graph says. What I care about is where do you feel the best? Like at what weight truly do you feel great at? And I don't care if that's 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds more than you should weigh. I just want you to feel good. I want you to have enough energy to do what you want to do and move around and be able to sleep well and
It's improving over
and
time, too.
feel
Yeah.
feel great. And every individual person knows that. And some people just are comfortable carrying some extra weight, which is totally fine. It doesn't, there's no, I think that's we hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. My doctor says I should lose 50 pounds or I should lose. And I always say, well, I don't want to should on you. I think, what do you want to weigh? You know, where do you feel good? Where do you want to start even? Where do you, how would you feel if you lost 10 pounds? Let's not even think about 50 yet. Like, let's start making changes.
See, that's the gradient. Is good.
What do you mean by that?
So the gradient of change, right? We learned that
Yeah.
in whatever that
Yeah,
thing we did. But it talks about, so when the gradient's too big,
right.
I think sometimes it's like, okay, they may need to lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 100
pounds.
whatever it is, right? And it's daunting. No way. I've tried it, you know, but it's like, hey, let's just lose 5 pounds. You know what I mean? Let's just get there first. And then it's like, you know what? Okay, great. Lose 5 pounds. Let's just lose another pound, 5 pounds more. You know what I mean? We're eating healthy. We're starting to, you know, we're making the little changes that are consistent over time. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, and then they change your attitude of like, I feel better. You know, 'cause a lot of people say like, I don't need to lose much weight because they don't feel they could ever
Get there.
get there. So they're like,
So how much have you lost? Remind us.
Well, I was 315 and I'm down to 239.
That's awesome.
right.
So
That's awesome.
I'm not good at math.
I'm not good at math either, but
a lot
it
of
doesn't.
weight.
You lost a lot of weight. Now, did you set a big goal at first? Because I feel like there's different personality styles. Some people like the big goal and like to work their way there, and some people don't even like to think about it because it makes them shut down if they think I have 80 to 50 to 100 pounds to lose.
Well, I think I didn't weigh less than 260 pounds probably since high school.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got below that, it was like all new territory. So it was almost
Yeah.
like every 5 pounds was like,
Wow.
I was seeing things I've never like, I'm like, oh, I've never been able to wear this size since like
Yeah.
middle school.
Right.
Wow.
So like that was, I think made it a little easier. Like when I lost the weight and I gained like 15 back, that's when it was really hard because it was like, I was there.
Yeah.
And then I did the relapse thing.
Yep.
But
So you quit doing what you did to get to there, then you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's because I gave myself like the vote thing.
Right.
I kept making decisions to make a vote towards getting that weight back.
Right.
But
Right.
It's okay. At least you identified it, and then you
The
changed
you
it.
fix
sooner
it,
you
yeah.
identify it and fix it, the better.
well,
Yeah.
so I stopped. I'm no longer on semaglutide, and this second time. I feel like I've gotten to the point where like I feel really good about it.
Good.
I'm like I don't feel like it was a tool for that time, but now I feel like I mentally can make
Can
those
do it, right.
decisions.
Yeah.
It's not even a desire anymore, if I'm being honest. Like
Yeah.
I don't desire to eat the way I used to. I don't know if it's in Atomic Habits. I read a book and it was talking about like let's say if you bite your nails all the time, or if you're a smoker and someone offers you a cigarette, you don't say like, "Oh, I quit smoking." You say, "I don't smoke."
Yes.
I don't smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like I'm able to do that with like eating. It's like I'm not going to order that just because like I don't eat that.
I just don't eat
I don't
that.
eat that much.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
just not who I am. That's not.
Yeah.
And I think it's been hard because I literally used to go to restaurants and order the most expensive thing on the menu because I thought that's what would get me the most food.
Wow.
That's where I was.
Yeah.
And so like
Okay,
that was
I
even
get-
a change of like, oh, I can go if I do want Wendy's, I can just get a biggie bag. And like
Yeah.
just like that small change was like so hard to make because I'm like,
Yeah.
well, no, that's like I'm not even spending that much.
Right.
So I'm not
So
going
I'm
to
not gonna be full.
I'm not gonna-
Wow. That's an interesting.
and, which it's crazy.
But yeah, but you are full. Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I'd get that for the first time. I'm like more. I can't even finish this.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Now,
Yeah.
Napoleon Hill, who's an old, long time ago personal development guy.
Yeah. What would you say?
His technique was never eat till you're full.
Yeah.
Always always stop eating hungry.
And then and part of that, like biologically, physiologically, is it takes a while for the food to get through and trigger the hunger,
Yeah,
the I'm full.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
But
that
he-
doesn't happen until
Yeah.
the bottom of the stomach at the very top of the small intestine. Yeah.
that would be tough.
But that's
Yeah.
a good technique. I mean, it's the same thing as like,
Well,
but-
here's a little hack for that is that is turned your like I'm full is turned on more by fat than like carbs or even protein. So if you're going to have something, eat something that's a little like whatever, like if your vegetables have butter on them, eat that, or have some almonds or the avocado or something first,
right.
because then it will physiologically, it tells you that you're full.
I like it.
But the most important thing is kind of like you said, it's those little shifts, it's the little swaps, it's the little things, but it's in alignment with I am making big changes in my life,
Yeah,
one little change at a time.
and like like a change that hopefully once I make this change, there's no more. Like that's it. I made it.
Yeah.
I'm now living a lifestyle that
Yeah.
I don't have to keep changing.
But it's the thing is though, it's work.
yeah.
Like that's the other thing too is people have to realize that. I hear that a lot. It's like, yeah, but I want to eat that gallon of ice cream. I want to be able to eat French fries. I want to be able to eat this stuff whenever. I want to eat what I want to. I understand. How come then there's people out there that could eat, fast food, everything, and never gain weight, right? Mm-hmm. How come they get to do it and I don't?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I'm
Don't
sorry.
take that class, right?
You don't. And I think it's owning that. Like I mean, like it's not easy. Some things are easy. Well, I don't think playing guitar is easy, but it's probably easier now for you, right? But it's like you might have picked it up faster than the normal person. You know what I mean? So some things are easy, some things aren't easy. Yeah. It's being okay with that and making those daily changes, and not listen. I say this: don't listen to society of it's okay. It's not okay that you're 200 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
It isn't.
It's not for your health. It's
It's not good for your health.
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
not
mean
good
you're a
for your
bad person. Doesn't mean
Right.
anything bad. Doesn't mean you don't
I think
struggle.
that's important to
It has nothing to
this
do with
is
that.
maybe a whole nother topic because people internalize some sort of message about themselves and who they are based on their body shape or
Yeah.
size or the number on the scale, for goodness sakes, which makes no sense. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. It has nothing to do with good or bad or
No.
whatever. But overall, really healthy.
Yeah.
It isn't healthy to be
Your joints are going to wear down. Your
overweight.
back's going to
Yeah.
wear down. Diabetes, all these factors,
Yeah.
right? It's
Right.
like, and
so it's more a longevity
Yeah.
discussion than anything. But
it's moderate. It's exercise. It's limiting what you can. Yeah, I mean the same thing. It's like it's you have to limit. You have to look, and you have to say like this is gonna be work, but
and
it's worth
I
it.
don't think anybody thinks it's easy.
No.
Like, and when you see people lose 100 pounds, it's like now I can be like that. I know that was so hard for them.
yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
it's just awesome.
Nope. The I just met with a girl yesterday she's gained like 40 pounds in the last year and a half. She's like, I'm not feeling good about myself. She's not, I mean, to look at her, she looks like a normal. She's not like way overweight, but for her, it's 40 pounds. And she's like, I've never been this heavy in my life. I don't know what happened. I got in a relationship and I guess we started some bad habits. I'm obviously doing something different. And, so we just started talking about it, and she said, I was going to get coffees every day at the local drive-through coffee place, and she's like, I just decided to stop doing that for a while. So she goes, I didn't go for about a week. I was starting to feel good. I'm starting to like notice. She's like, I actually dropped like 5 pounds, which I really wasn't trying to lose weight, but I was frustrated that I was gaining weight. And then all of a sudden I lose 5 pounds and I'm thinking, what happened? And then she went and got a coffee and she said, I've never felt so bloated and uncomfortable. And I don't know how I did that every day for years,
Right.
How was I doing that every day? And so sometimes it is like getting to giving up, losing all the weight you lost, and then starting to gain the weight back, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not the way I want to go.
Yeah.
Like that was her example was just a one coffee drink example, but she was like, she was doing that all on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And she was probably feeling bloated and uncomfortable and
You just
cranky.
get used to that feeling.
Just get used to it. Yeah. And so then she purposely quit it for 7 days. And when she
yeah.
went back, was like, I had no idea I was feeling like this. She's like,
and
my
those
pants didn't fit.
Yeah. And those coffees are easily over 1,000 calories.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sugar. Yeah, like
The
the dunk.
sugar is the main problem in our food. There's lots of preservatives and other things that we could talk about, but sugar is the number one thing that we could blame.
Everything has sugar in it, pretty much.
And so the easy solution, which like nutrition is easy for me. So I understand I'm the very small percentage of most people. Like I don't have a sweet tooth. I don't crave sweets. I'm really uncomfortable if I overeat. I haven't had fast food in probably 12 years. I just
That's crazy.
and it doesn't bother me. I know that I'm like an anomaly in that area, but if you just are eating the simplest, also I'm a super lazy cook. So if I eat the simplest things to cook,
It's terrible.
then it's pretty healthy as long as it doesn't come in a box, Like I just put like,
She mashes everything together. It's crazy.
if I can cook it all in one pan, I'm happy. Yeah, all in one pan or
Doesn't
all in
look
one
good.
toaster oven pan. I'm a toaster oven person. So even like frozen fish and frozen vegetables, or we get awesome local fresh vegetables now. I can cook up some veggies in a pan and I can put my protein, fish or chicken or something in the toaster oven, and yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah. But the problem is too many people, and then I think there's an education part that people don't know what they don't know.
Right.
And then I think kids, the same thing. It's like, kids are given everything they can eat, all the sugar, and they're targeted at them. I mean,
Happy Meals.
Happy Meals,
I saw somebody was going to get a Happy Meal because it comes with a little Halloween bucket or something. I'm like, it's insane. The marketing towards kids is crazy.
Right. And it
for
sets
food
up
that's not
bad
food.
habits. And it's also like, it's almost like they say it's healthy and it's not. It's
Well, do you remember Nutella? I remember when that first came out, they were advertising as they'd be like, "Oh, this is healthy alternative."
Yeah, it's
It
not.
literally wasn't.
No, it's full of sugar. It's yummy. I do love Nutella.
But
But if you can do peanut butter, so I do peanut butter and like maybe a little half a teaspoon of Nutella, just a little bit of something.
and it's
you
not
want
about
something sweet.
and like the obesity, like the biggest thing too is it's not about okay, I got to exercise all. It's what you're eating.
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it if you can't afford it. You know, I mean, like there's, I mean, I understand that part too. But you also you can control portions.
Yeah,
Like you can control 2,000 calories.
for sure.
Like okay, let's just say because I do believe now, I do believe calories in, calories out. Okay, to a
To a
point.
certain degree.
To a point, but I can tell you this: if you need 3,000 calories to function, okay, in a day, for whatever reason, well, say you're 400 pounds,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
and you eat
Say-
1,000,
You're going to lose weight.
and it's chips.
But it's not.
I'm not
well,
saying
I see what you're saying.
it's
yeah.
not healthy, but
Yeah.
my point is that's what you're going to lose weight. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that that's the healthy way to go, but that's when you said, oh, it's expensive. I get it. Okay, then if you're eating bread, eat less. If you're eating,
So what are the what are some tips? Let's go like practical, real tips instead of
well, for one, like pop,
get rid of
get
pop.
rid of it. I mean,
Even if it's diet.
yes,
I would say even if it's diet, because that is I see you
out.
smiling over there.
it tricks the brain. I mean, like I said, like
The
we're not-
diet pop.
I would not have lost what I lost without Coke Zero.
that's not true.
Yeah, 100%.
No way.
I mean,
It-
I'm living proof of it. I've lost I probably drank at least one Coke Zero every single day of my weight loss.
So it's not terrible, but here's the thing. So it's proven
Yeah,
that,
calories.
that sugar free, okay, creates more sugar cravings. You're the exception, but you also had help. So you had help. Yeah, I mean, like somebody that isn't on. What were you on?
Semi-glutide.
Semaglutide.
I mean, I've
so
known
that helped
people.
that helped your brain.
It doesn't change the calories in, calories out.
Well,
Right,
it
it
helped your
doesn't.
brain.
Oh.
Sorry,
Maybe.
it helps your brain. It helps your the whole point of it is not making you
I
hungry.
felt the hunger increase by drinking the Coke Zero. I will say that.
You felt it increase.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stopped
Yeah.
feeling the effect of the medication probably like 2 months in.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, and the same thing. There's except I could put somebody to eat Twinkies every day and their numbers are great.
Okay, let's
it's
talk
exception. I'm
practical.
talking about
Well,
exception.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But if
Exception.
someone's drinking 5 full body Cokes every day and they switch to having 5 Coke Zeros a day, they will see a difference.
Well, they'll see a difference because their calorie count
Calorie-
is way
yes,
down.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like
Yes.
if that's a first
That's
step
will
for someone,
that is a first step.
Yes.
But don't be fooled that the zero or the diet is not affecting your body, because it is. That's I would guess that's
the
what I
point.
would
So
say.
many people are at a point of they drink a bunch of diet, right? Because they think it's healthy. Well, it's healthier.
Well, I came up in the 80s where it was like fast food and a Diet Coke, and the diet like was
equal out everything. Yeah.
equaled out everything.
Well, you know, I mean, that's my thing is like going through stages. Yes, I think I'm not. You're agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I agree with you. It's like going from you're going from 80, 100, 200, 300 calories of a pop to 0 calories. Yes, it's going to help. But the
helpful,
eventual
for
goal
sure.
would be to get off. So I guess that's the point. So practical things is getting rid of that.
Yeah.
If you're,
and decreasing it. You don't have to go cold turkey.
No, yeah.
Just making smaller changes over time is way better than stopping and
And then getting
trying to
back
do
on.
it all
Yeah.
at once. So so decreasing soda intake,
Yes,
decreasing
sugar.
sugar,
As much as-
decreasing
yeah.
sugar, and that comes in
A
forms
bad. I would
of-
say the best step, the number one step is the added sugar. So like the candy, like I'm not saying go decrease, don't eat anything with sugar in it because that's a big step
yeah.
of going to like you look at your peanut butter and there's sugar in there. If
Right.
you look at
But so decreasing little by little by little.
in chicken chunks there's sugar. In ketchup there's sugar.
Yeah.
And in some meat there's sugar. It's like so I'm not saying that decrease what you control.
The
no
candy, the
no
cakes,
candy,
the cupcakes, the little Debbies,
cookies.
the cookies,
The monster cookies that are dough that you eat out of the freezer.
they're gone, by the way.
The M&Ms. in there.
Gone, by the way, so you can't eat those anymore. Also, the coffees that you get at drive-through coffee places, sometimes 50, 60 grams of sugar in one drink. But also, I have a had another customer in the last couple of weeks who drinks just regular coffee at home. She makes coffee at home, but she likes to use the coffee creamer. And she's like, so what? I can't, is her words. I can't drink coffee without creamer. And I know a lot of people think that. So I just said, then, 1 tablespoon is a serving. Literally measure it out. Measure it out, 1 serving of that creamer instead of the pour until it turns the right color.
Yeah.
And she goes, it tastes different. It took a couple days to get used to, but now I'm getting 35 or 40 calories instead of probably 4 times that when I was just free pouring the creamer. So just, just a small little changes that are practical that you can do.
Get rid of stuff in your house. That'd be the other thing, like chips and
Don't buy.
If you don't buy it and you don't have it, and you have to that's a good thing. If you're that jonesing, and I've been there, if you're that jonesing for like ice cream or like chips, and you have to get in your car and drive down to the store to get them, then it's okay. You probably really wanted them.
Yeah.
But if it's right in your cabinet,
And you just go there and it's
and even for
calling to you.
Yeah, even for your kids, get other alternatives for it. I mean, that's a good thing. Like I love we have our protein chip that I've been eating. Like I want to crunch, I eat that. It's 150 calories. It's
8 grams of protein.
8 grams of protein. It's just something for me. It's like because I like that. I mean, I'm a chip-aholic too. I like chips. Like it goes along with your sugar. So if you like sugar, it goes along with crunchy, salty things.
Yeah.
So more having more what you want.
Sometimes I would say sometimes there will be phases in this journey where you have to make a rule, kind of like I don't do that instead of I'm choosing not to.
Yeah.
Order the biggest thing on the menu, and this time it's like I don't do that anymore. And some things I've had clients do to make rules, like I've had clients that say I don't buy from the vending machine at work anymore. They just had to implement that rule because that was such a habit and there was nothing in there that was healthy for them, and that was their go-to when they were feeling hungry and so they just literally made the rule, I don't go to the vending machine at work. And then over time it changed. They had to pack, or sometimes they would skip. They learned that's not the best plan to keep skipping. So they would, learn to pack, learn to have better options ready. Trying to think of some other, the iced coffee is one that several people have said, I just don't go there anymore.
I mean, and no fast food.
No fast food.
I'm just not going to eat fast food anymore. I mean,
and you figure it out. Some people who do it on a regular basis are like, I couldn't do it. I could never do it. But it really is just a decision. You can do it. You've given up some candy. You've given up
Swedish fish.
I
almost caved.
So good.
I almost caved the other day. I was close. I was like,
you don't eat it.
I don't eat those anymore.
You don't eat Swedish
fish. Skittles. Hot tamales, which really bothers me right now. Hot tamales. Love them. Tootsie Rolls are my next one, I think.
You're gonna give up Tootsie Rolls?
I think so. God's really struggling with it. It's funny though, because I don't I miss it every once in a while, but I just don't eat them,
Yeah.
So
the other things then, okay, so that's things to get rid of, things to swap, things to add in, which will keep you fuller longer, is protein.
Yeah.
Number one easy thing is protein. Eat more protein.
For some people, I get that's expensive. I mean, because the protein is the most expensive thing that you can typically buy.
Right. But if you...
I like your fat and your healthy fats. Like avocados
fats.
aren't crazy expensive. I mean, but it is a good fat to have.
If you go...
Olive oil, good fat.
Yeah. Healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, nuts. Nuts can be expensive. If you buy them in bulk, they're better. I mean, it's more output of money per thing, but per serving, it's way cheaper. Protein, though, I mean, we all have habits at the grocery store. We buy the same thing. We have our path in the grocery store. We grab the same thing off the shelf at the same time. I would just say go through the protein, go through where the meat is and look for the deals. There's always something on sale and you can always freeze it. So look for what's on sale, buy it, cook it, prep it, use it. Or if there's more than you can eat before it goes bad, then just freeze it so that the game is how much money can I save? What's on sale? Right. And that being said,
I would say frozen.
Beware.
Frozen, I mean, fresh is great.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, fresh goes bad. So one issue that people have is, like I said, freeze it. But some people buy vegetables and they're like, okay, I eat them all.
Yeah. No,
Like
so just
frozen,
protein, I would
just buy,
say.
yeah, protein. But I was saying, but even like like right now, if you're just starting, buy your frozen and buy your frozen fruits, your frozen. You could
Yeah.
buy all that because it doesn't go bad. I mean, it takes a long time for it to go bad.
Right.
And really,
Frozen vegetables, frozen fruit.
yeah,
It's cheaper than fresh, and it doesn't ever go bad.
and it's really, I forget the study. It's not enough difference
Right.
of like nutritional
Right.
value because a lot of things are quick frozen now that they're getting
It's
in.
better nutritional value than canned. Canned's the worst option. It's not.
So it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not degrading yourself by doing the frozen, and it lasts. a long
no,
time.
frozen's
Not
great.
degrading, but I'm saying not
Your nutrition.
not hurting your nutrition.
Nutrition. Yeah. So more protein. Buy it on sale. Freeze it if you have to.
And I'm telling you, the chips and the pop is all wasted calories. Alcohol, wasted calories.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get it. You want it. You like it. Maybe it decreased. I mean, it's not needed. There's nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Like you want to have a beer, you want to have a
Right.
drink or something. But there's wasted calories and
Right.
wasted. If you need money, there's wasted money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean on that. So that's that'd be something else that I think.
That's good.
Trying to think what else they have.
Just a deficit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Caloric
I got
deficit.
three advice when I lost my weight. It was
Let's hear
high
it.
protein.
Mm-hmm.
Stay within your deficit. Which my deficit is I still eat 2,000 calories every day,
Yeah.
which is that's a lot of food, especially if you're like actually looking at what you eat.
Right.
And then you can drink whatever you want as long as you drink a gallon of water first.
Oh, that's good.
Which
First, you have to drink.
You
a
have
gallon
to
of
drink the water
first.
first. I'm not saying I follow that, but when I first started, that was something because I wanted the pop. And
Yeah.
there was days I'd get my water down so
Just
I could
so you
have my.
could have the
But
pop.
by the
But
time
you
you
have
get that gallon of water down, you ain't
Yeah.
thirsty.
That's a
for
good.
nothing.
I like that rule.
That's a
So
great
now
rule.
you have
Yeah,
to
it's a
earn
rules,
it.
yeah.
You have to earn it.
You can have what she even said. She's like, you can drink whatever you want. I don't care, but you have to drink that water.
A
first.
gallon of water first.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your third one?
Oh, so the deficit water and
Deficit
then
water
high
and
protein.
High protein. Yeah. I would say the other thing that we haven't said, nobody's mentioned yet, is more fiber. That's also something that, and not just fruits and vegetables, mostly vegetables.
Right.
If you can get more vegetables in your life, it's gonna help for sure. And the fiber in the vegetables is good.
And we supplement and we shakes. We do shakes. We do. I think that's another great thing at $2.50, $3 a meal. You're getting 24 grams of protein, 200 calories. You know what I mean? Like that's something that makes you full. It's like finding stuff like that too. That is good. I mean, that's also it's helping you. Full Whole Foods, awesome. But I'm telling you right now, doing the shakes. If you're bad at eating and
Healthy. The shakes are super helpful.
shakes are too helpful.
And it's easy. It helps you get your protein in, helps get the fiber in. It's easy for lazy people.
Right.
And it's really good. I've had several people this week say like my protein shakes don't taste like yours. I don't know, but they're good. They're healthy. They taste good. And I would say, I don't know, maybe my last tips and I understand that I'm maybe biased, but literally having a coach, having somebody to help you
I was
guide.
gonna say support.
Yeah,
Your
support.
Yeah,
system.
absolutely.
Get
Your
around the
support
people
system.
that agree with you, and and it's like saying like not just allowing you to have that excuse that this is something you choose. Oh, you're okay. Yeah, you are okay, but
Right,
you're probably
you are.
not happy.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. You're not happy at that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like
I
being
think it's not.
tired.
It's much about happy. It's hard to feel good.
Yeah.
It's hard to feel good. Like physically to feel good if you're carrying a lot of extra weight.
And it could be, like I said, it could be just a 20 pounds. I mean, you know what I mean? Start with 20 pounds and just like, how do I feel? What do I look like? How do I, what I mean? How is my mental capacity? And then also having that discipline of not, eating everything, that discipline of going for a little walk, that discipline to be healthy. And like, does it guarantee longer life? No, but your odds are better.
If you feel better,
Yeah.
that's worth it. However long we're here,
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I mean, exercise. I mean, that's funny because people.
For the
Somebody said
CDC
about-
program, for the diabetes prevention program, the recommendation is for exercise is just 150 minutes a week, which is 30 minutes 5 times a week, which is not a lot of exercise. And that literally, depending on where you're starting, that could be a 30-minute walk. That could be 3 10-minute walks a day. That could be, going to the gym and getting on the elliptical. It could be, so it's not, you don't have to commit to a intense exercise. You don't have to, it could be going to a group fitness class, which keeps you moving, whatever.
Be in the gradient. Like that's another thing. Like
Start where you can.
Start where you
then,
can.
Yeah.
And
Start
go
where
up.
you can.
Like we're doing, another great thing I get to do, I didn't mention, but I'm doing, we're in a juvenile program. So I got 5 kids that are basically court ordered to come work out with us. And we just started on Tuesday. We got a 6-week program, and then we're going to be doing it's just, and some of these kids haven't done it, you know what I mean? And, we're making them do burpees. We're doing breathe work, just doing stuff as it is. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, but it's awesome to see them just in a couple of days, like to support, like they kind of mold into like what everybody's doing. If more people are exercising, they kind of
They'll jump in.
They jump in.
Yeah.
Less people, less. It was interesting because yesterday we had two new girls come in, and they kind of started off were iffy, but the other 2 that were already there, and then the POs the pro officers were there exercising, and they just kind of looked around. Next thing you know, they're like all into
doing
it.
Yeah.
They're doing it. Was just like, so get your environment, around the people that support your journey and what you're doing.
Right. It's good.
Really
Really good. No, I feel like
It was
this
a great topic. I told you my topic was great.
topic is great. I know. There's so much.
We could talk on this all day.
I know. This is we
but
do talk about this all day.
It takes everybody's effort to stop this.
Yeah.
One person at a time is
Yes.
really going to change the maps to look different. One person at a time. And
encourages somebody, hey, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, if you know somebody and they're with them and they're drinking that pop, hey, how's that helping you? Not in a negative way, but just, it's okay to I think sometimes we're afraid to offend
I
people.
have
No,
been
give
known
it- yeah.
to tell people to stop drinking Monsters and
Oh, it's true. I mean, definitely
Yeah.
true. So,
I think just being kind to people.
yeah.
kindness is,
Yeah. Well, because that something I heard one time that kind of blew my mind was, so like if someone's, which I thought you were going there with it, when someone's addicted to alcohol, the goal is to stop drinking the alcohol. When someone's addicted to heroin, the goal is to stop doing the heroin. But if you're addicted to food, you can't stop eating
Right.
that
it's
food.
hard.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember you and I have had this conversation before where it's
A food addict,
have
and that's
to-
true. Like, I agree that there's
you
a lot
have
of,
to eat.
yes, I agree with, like, and that's a different animal too. Like people that are addicted to food. Like, I don't think, I mean, it's my belief, I have not seen, in my experience, a lot of people that are addicted to food, where it's a true addiction, where they're hiding in the.
We have seen some
We've
for
seen-
sure.
well,
and you say that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I 100% was. I am still addicted to food.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever go. I'll always be the fat person inside.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is. Like I'll always,
Yeah.
and it's just hard. And like I think that's what discourages a lot of people to lose weight is like when you're a bigger person, you're not treated equally as skinny people. Just that's like the world we live in. You'll always be looked down upon. If like even like I've lost weight using the semaglutide, I'm not treated as equal in that weight loss because I had help, which is already like that's so messed up,
Right.
Because it's like,
Which I don't. Yeah,
and we do, and like if someone loses a bunch of weight, they're like, oh, they definitely took Ozempic, and they like
Right. It
demean
is
that
funny.
weight loss.
that is
Right.
interesting. I do hear that a lot.
Which is like,
Yeah.
who cares? They're healthier
Right.
and they're gonna live longer now
Right.
and live a happier life, and they're probably happier now. It's like we should
Yeah.
be praising people that just lost the weight,
Right.
and if they're being
And helping
healthy-
them maintain it, I would
Yeah.
say. I mean, helping them maintain it, because some of it is, it's not about how fast you can lose it. It's about can you maintain a
maintain
healthy, active lifestyle? Can you maintain that, and make it healthy?
And the goal would be, in my opinion, the goal at some point, hopefully, in this, not to have that. Now it's a cultural acceptance. I mean, you go to some places in Europe and go to some, I mean, people aren't overweight and they eat, and it's because it's cultural.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? That it's not a, it's just a different culture. Like, how can we get to that culture that it's just healthy? That we're,
Yeah.
we're encouraging the being kind. Kind is the number one thing.
Yeah.
And somebody loses weight, however they lose it, so what? As long as it's healthy and they're getting on a healthy path.
Right.
absolutely,
You know.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Anything else?
Gonna solve
Hey, great
some
to
more
have
world
you
problems
back.
around here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
glad to be
It's
back.
Good.
Back. Any concerts coming up?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Where at?
Bowling Green.
Okay.
Called The Bridge. We're actually opening up for a guy named Levi the Poet. He's a Christian spoken word poet, but he's really popular.
That's really
So
cool.
he's on like a U.S. tour right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna open up for them. It's actually a buddy of mine. He has like a DIY venue at his church. They let him do shows on the weekends there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So play that. It'll be
Awesome.
fun.
That's great.
Great.
In Bowling Green on Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Okay.
Good.
Make sure you like our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Like it. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
We're gonna work on getting a number where
You could call in. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
so if you have any,
Taken.
if you hear a topic and you have a question about it,
You can, say it
an
in
answer
there.
to it. So.
Good.
I love it. All right. Remember, the world needs light to shine.
We need your light to shine.
You
Definitely need your light to shine.
have an amazing day.
See you
next
guys.
week.